Hi guys, welcome to our What is Coaching call. My name is Crystal Smith, and I'm just going to start off and share a little bit about me and where I started with Beachbody. For me, I am a stay-at-home mom. My husband, he worked full-time. He was going to school full-time when I first started. And our lives were pretty crazy and hectic. I have 3 kids. At that time, my youngest was 2 when I started. And after I actually had my 3rd baby, I struggled with losing weight. I worked out my whole pregnancy with him. But once I had him, the weight was not coming off. And I went into a really low depressed state. I thought really bad thoughts about myself. I was really negative towards myself, and I needed something to change. I was working out religiously, but it just wasn't doing anything for me. So I dialed into my nutrition a little bit more, stopped eating the cereal at nighttime, and then and the ice cream. I also had ice cream at night too. I had really bad habits. And then my husband, he did Insanity, and he said, "Why don't you do it?" And I said, okay. So I started Insanity the beginning of December 2012. And I completed the whole entire program from start to finish. At that time, I was nursing Rockwell as well because he was only 6 months old. So I was still nursing. So I was still kind of eating what I wanted to, but I was pushing super hard in my Insanity workouts. I ended up losing 15 pounds doing Insanity. It was a killer, awesome workout. From there, I then did Asylum, which is the next step up from Insanity. It's just adding weights, and I absolutely love that program. That got me back into weight training, which I absolutely love. And then from there, I actually started going back to the gym, and I started working out. Come the following January, I decided that I was going to do a bodybuilding competition. And this bodybuilding competition was if you transform your body to the best, you could win possibly $50,000. And I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to win it. So I worked out super hard, and I did not win. But hey, I got a killer body, right? So a year before that, I was approached by my now coach, and she was actually doing Insanity as well. And her and I instantly connected through a friend of mine. And then the next time I saw her, which was like a couple weeks later, she's like, "Hey, I became a Beachbody coach. You should become a Beachbody coach too. You're already doing Insanity and you would love it." And I just kept telling her, "No, I'm not doing an MLM. I've done them in the past. I'm not going to sell anything. I didn't want to be one of those salesy people." And she just kept being my friend. She was my friend throughout the whole entire year of telling her no. And then in 2014 is when I decided to become a Beachbody coach in April. This was right after my transformation. I was getting a lot of people asking me questions and just what I was doing. They would ask me questions about nutrition, and it got to a point where I was like, okay, I have a lot of people already coming and asking me questions, so why not make an income from this, doing this from my home with my 3 kids while my husband was going to school and working. We could use an extra income because honestly, we were just living off student loans because my husband was an EMT at the time and just wasn't making hardly anything, which is sad, but it's the truth. And so I just decided to become a Beachbody coach. And so I have been coaching now for the past 3.5 years, and I absolutely love it. It's been such a blessing for my family and I. My husband last year was able to quit his job, and I was able to support our family for a whole year while he finished up his student teaching as a high school health teacher. He was able to find a job this fall as a high school health teacher. And so it just gave our family that flexibility of having him home more and being able to focus on his studies more. And it also allowed our family to have more of an income coming in, that we were able to do more things. We were able to spend more time with each other. And it just gave us so much flexibility that I knew when I first started that that's where I wanted to go with it. And I continue to go with it. And I'm not done yet. I still have goals that I reach and shoot for every single month, every single year. Our team is incredible. It's kind of crazy to think that Team Fiercely Fit just started with me. And now it's this huge, incredible girl boss, man boss community. And it's so amazing to me how empowering it is to just help each other become better people. And so, yeah, that's my my Beachbody story and how I became a Beachbody coach. And I just want to say Beachbody does not guarantee any success. It all comes through hard work, diligence, and persistence, and all of that good stuff. So now we're going to hear from a few other coaches on our team. First, we're going to hear from Jessica. And so, Jess, you can just go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello. So my story is slightly different, and that's actually kind of the beauty of what Beachbody does to bring everybody together. So my story starts with, I've always kind of been active, going to the gym, running, but I ended up in a career that didn't quite allow for a lot of time. I went through a divorce, which led to 6-mile runs. I dropped weight, which wasn't a healthy way to drop the weight. And then I got into a relationship where I was really happy where I was in my life. I was happy in my career at that point, and packed on about 25 to 30 pounds. So obviously that led to being uncomfortable in my skin, and then finding myself in a career that didn't allow me to go to the gym. So kind of in between a rock and a hard place. So I was like, okay, well, I keep seeing these, like Crystal did, Insanity and commercials, and I'm like, well, if I can do this from my home, that would give me this time to not have to drive to the gym, which is about 25, 30 minutes away, shower there, and then go to work and never be home at all because of the time I'm spending at the gym and the time that I'm spending at work. So I started doing Insanity, and I did love the aspect that I could do these workouts at home. It took me a little bit to kind of push myself because I have a hard time with the at-home workout aspect at this point. But after getting the momentum of it, it seemed to fit a lot better into my routine and what I was doing. Then I did T25, which was a huge transition from Insanity because it dropped from 45 to 60 minutes to 25 minutes, which worked out much better with my schedule. I was approached by a couple of different coaches, and they basically wanted me to sign up and start drinking this stuff called Shakeology and this and that. And I mean, everybody kind of has to do their own research on things if you don't get the information that you need. So I did my research on it and figured out, well, this would probably work out really well in my routine as well, because I wake up in the morning and basically fly out of my house without breakfast and never have time to prepare anything. So the Shakeology fit right into my routine, and I was able to make it in the morning. But the price of it at that point was a little hard to swallow. So I signed up originally as a coach to get that discount. I signed up in 2015, I want to say. I think it was May or June of 2015. For the discount with Shakeology. And soon after that, I realized, well, if I signed up for this discount, if I help out 2 to 3 other people do this as well, then I will get my money back for me from being able to help other people out. So that was kind of a no-brainer. I already knew my sister had wanted to do something. I had a friend who wanted to do something, and I actually signed my significant other up at that time. And with that, I was able to make back what I was paying out for my own Shakeology. So like I said, no brainer there. One thing kind of led to the other, and I basically just fell in love with these programs. You never get sick of them because they're always coming out with a new one. So my story went from Insanity to T25, and then I did 21 Day Fix Extreme, and I kind of jumped from program to program and stuck with those 30-minute programs because that's what fit into my schedule. That's in a nutshell kind of how I got started, and it kind of puts into what I do for work. I work in a hospital, what's called the cardiac cath lab. So I also take call. It's a 24/7 facility. So we can get called in at 2 a.m. You can get called in at 6 a.m. Weekends, holidays, there really isn't a break in there. So being able to work out at my own time, I don't have to worry about gym hours, and do it in 25 to 30 minutes, that's 2% of my day. I really had no excuse in order to take care of myself. And the 21 Day Fix nutrition plan helped me balance out my nutrition in the sense that I was able to see those results refine a little bit more. I was getting physically active and getting all that in, but I was still thinking that I could kind of eat whatever I wanted to eat. And when you work a crazy job, you tend to eat at odd hours. So being able to follow that portion control plan, that kind of helped me level out what I was doing, which then in turn helped me see better results with that. And as a coach, you kind of get the sneak peek into what and how everything works, which is nice because it fine-tunes what you do for yourself and your own health and fitness. And then you can turn around and do that for others. My husband now also works many jobs, and he does a full-time, part-time, a per diem job, and he's going to nursing school right now. So he's crazy busy. I haven't gotten him on the workout train yet, but he does drink Shakeology daily because it gives him that energy that he needs in order to get through those days. And it's that easy go-to meal that, again, he can get up and run out the door with. So in a nutshell, that's kind of my story, how I got into the whole coaching aspect. It wasn't necessarily for the money, it was more for the discount, which then kind of rolled and snowballed into wanting to help other people, earn a little bit more of an income, and eventually do this more on a full-time side and put my crazy job on the back burner where maybe I might be able to see my husband a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's it, Crystal. I'm really tired.
You had a long day. Thank you, Jess. All right, Erin, you're up. Oh, I have to mute you.
You're muted.
There you go.
Take 2.
All right. My name is Erin. I am a full-time music teacher and Beachbody coach. So like Jessica, I work a full-time job and do Beachbody on the side. And also like Jessica, I started with the discount. That was the only reason that I signed up to be a coach. But my story kind of starts in college. I was finally starting to get my health back on track. I was the chunky kid in school, the one person in the family that everybody's like, you didn't get the genes of everybody else, so I've always struggled with my weight, just something that I kind of live with, and I have to work harder to be fit and healthy. And so in college, I was starting to get back on track, except I thought that working out more would slim me down as opposed to working out and eating healthy. So I was kind of lost in that area of health and fitness. And then when I graduated from college, I graduated in December. So I had this weird lag time before I could start teaching in after the new year. So I moved back in with my parents and was prepping for a wedding, and I gained weight because I wasn't in a routine, and my mom makes amazing food, so why not eat, everything that she was making. So that's when I started. I was searching Pinterest for workouts. I was searching, everywhere. And I think it was through some website. I was looking at, it was a food blog. I'll just be honest. It was a food blog that I was, and there was a fitness part of it. And that's how I actually stumbled into Crystal, because the blogger had a couple of her workouts on there. And I was like, she knows what she's doing. So I was the weird one that reached out to Crystal. I was like, hey, I need your help. And so that's how I got to meet Crystal, and that's how I got into Juice to Beachbody, because I had never heard of it before. So she started me on 21-day fix, and throughout those 21 days, I lost the extra weight that I had gained. I actually looked better and fitter than when before I gained all that weight. So that was pretty exciting. And I started falling in love with fitness again and taking care of myself. I stopped after the wedding because I was like, the honeymoon phase, and we were, all excited. But I kept kind of working out, but my food wasn't on track. So I fell back into that same pattern. And then a couple months later, I think it was July, we got married in June. And then July, Crystal reached out and goes, hey, come join my challenge group. And so I did PIO and Shakeology, and that's when it finally, I finally got the picture. Workout program, drinking Shakeology, and following the meal plan. Now, my husband wasn't on board with the meal plan because who wants to eat healthy food? That's not fun. But eventually he got on track. But that was the key, and it was the challenge group and the community. I had to be accountable. And so I started as a challenger, and then it just kind of snowballed. And later that year, in November of 15, I signed up to be a coach just for the discount, because my husband and I both teach, so we make this much money. So I got the discount, and people started wanting to know what I was doing. And I was like, okay, I can make a little bit of income and help my husband and I. And I think in May of that next year, I started running my first challenge group. I waited till after the school year, even though Crystal's like, you can do it. You can do this, in the cracks of your day, just find time. But I doubted myself and waited until May, and I loved it. Super excited about the challenge groups. The ladies pumped me up. That's probably my favorite part about being a coach, is interacting with everybody and seeing everybody's fitness goals and the results they get at the end. And from there, I was like, this is what I want to do forever. And I was just thrilled with it. So my second year of teaching, that was my first year teaching. So my second year of teaching, I continued to coach and work my full-time job. And towards the end of my second year, I realized that this was not a good fit for me as far as my teaching job. And so now I'm in my third year of teaching in the same position, but my future goal is to use Beachbody to get me out of my job and into staying at home and working with challengers and being a full-time Beachbody coach. So as daunting as it is to have a full-time job and do Beachbody, I've made myself a routine, and it's going to be different for everybody depending on what you do. Especially if you have kids, it's going to look different. I don't have any right now, so my time chunks during the day are different, but I still get up before 5 and get my workout in and go straight to school, teach all day, and then come home and work my business. So it's possible to have a full-time job, to coach, and I get to work on myself and help other people. So it's like a win-win. I'm committed to stay fit. I'm held accountable because the people at school are like, oh, you can't eat that. Like, you're a coach. Like, you're a fit person. You can't. So like, it just follows me, which is great, because then I'm not, I don't want to binge on a bunch of stuff. Or if I do, I feel like I need to share it because, I'm human. And I don't want to give anybody this false reality that, Erin only eats healthy foods or works out all the time. So especially for me, I try to post about balance and working a full-time job and coaching and just being human, and it's okay to make mistakes. And so as a coach, don't feel like you have to be in the perfect health or, have your goals all lined up, ready to go, know what you're going to do. Just take it a day at a time and just have somebody to help you. And that's what our team is here for. Our messenger is going all the time with questions, and everybody's helping each other out. It's not just Crystal answering questions. It's everybody helping out each other. So there's a huge amount of accountability and motivation and encouragement on the team. So if you decide to coach, you're joining an amazing, incredible team, and these ladies will help you and get you to where you want to go. So I guess that's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Erin. Okay. And now we're going to hear from Teresa. So let her rip, girl. But I have to mute you first. Okay, you're good.
Okay. So pretty much I've done Beachbody here and there in the past. I started out with hip hop abs back in the OG days. I was getting my moves on, I guess. So I started with hip hop abs, and I liked it. I liked Shanti. I actually seen the what are those called, like the If commercials or whatever. That's where I heard of Shanti. So I used to stay up late back then, and I'd see his routines, and I was like, finally I was like, I'm gonna do it, and I called and I got into it then, and I did it for a while, and then I stopped, and then I did the Brazilian butt lift. I bought those DVDs, and those worked good. I was so impressed. I was like, oh my gosh, I like this stuff. And so I kept doing that for a while, and I would jump here and there because I used to be really active, and then in college I gained the college 15 plus more. And so I don't know how much more. I think I was in denial back then of how much I really gained. But so I kept going from there, and then I would stop and go and stop. And then I was to a point where I was like, okay, I really want to get back to where I was when I used to be athletic and everything. And I was having a lot of health issues. I had high blood pressure, and then my thyroid. And it seemed like every time I wouldn't take care of myself, I would actually, some sort of illness would come up whenever I'd go to the doctor. And I'm like, okay, this is enough. Enough's enough. I'm tired of getting sick often. I'm tired of this having negative results. So I was like, okay, there's got to be something out there. So I just started working out, doing my running and doing my little workouts, whatever I made up. And then one of my friends, actually from high school, we played soccer together. She actually reached out to me, and it was funny because I was like, I had been asked by another person too, but I was like, I think she's the one that, if she asked me, I'll do it. And then she did ask me out of the blue, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I did say I would. So, and we hadn't talked that much or anything. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I did it. And I don't know, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot. My thing is trying to prioritize what's important, like how I really need to have a schedule for myself. I do work full time. I work 8 to 5. I did move away back in April, an hour away from work. So now I travel in the mornings, and I work, and I travel home. And then I'm starting I have a part-time painting kind of ministry business thingy that I do. So it's that on top of that, trying to paint, do homework. Oh, and I go to school too. So, and I graduate in December. So I'm like, okay, I really need to prioritize. Whoop, whoop. And once school's done, I'll find another job, and then I'll work hard. I want this to be even more than just a part-time. I want all of it to be. I just want it all. And so I really do. I do enjoy it. I enjoy coaching. I love meeting new people. I was really shy. I used to be the type of person, and it wasn't like to be rude. I'd be like, if they don't reach out, if they don't talk to me first, that's okay. But I wouldn't take that initiative and actually reach out and talk to people because I was just real shy. And now this is getting me out of my comfort zone where I actually have to reach out to people and actually talk to people back from the past, and see how they're doing. And it's actually nice because getting all that comfort, that my little box, because I shouldn't have to wait for someone to talk to me. I should be able to just carry conversation. We don't know what they're going through. Maybe they needed someone to talk to. So it's been really good, like just getting to know people and just having a group of ladies. And I do agree. I wake up now because I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I do my workouts in the mornings too. I used to try to do them in the evening, but I notice when I do that, I tend to procrastinate and I push it to the side and I'm like, oh, I'll do a double tomorrow. I'll work out double time. But now I learned I got to do my workout in the morning. So that's pretty much how I became a coach. And I love seeing our team posts, encouragement. We all have questions, and I love it all. I love y'all.
You rocked it. I love it. I just love this because basically we are all different. But Beachbody has literally helped every single one of us become better people. And I just love that so much about Beachbody as well. We're not only about the working out and eating healthy and all that. It's also about mental health. And I love that Beachbody helps us to and pushes us to be better people. And I bet every single one of us, we're super shy, and especially me, like getting on calls, like there was no way in heck I would do a call. I remember I was asked to say a prayer once in church and I just started bawling because I didn't want to get up in front of everyone. I was that terrified of speaking. And now I get up in front of people and I'm like, own the pulpit, right? I own it. And I just go in with full confidence, and Beachbody has helped me to do that and has helped me to change. So what is coaching and what are we as coaches? Honestly, you do not have to be in the best shape of your life, like most of these girls said. You do not have to be a doctor. You do not have to be a nutritionist or a professional or anything of that. You just simply have to be yourself. And I absolutely love that, because when you're yourself and you are falling in love with Beachbody products, you're doing the workouts, you're drinking Shakeology, you're doing the performance line, you simply love it so much that you just want to share it with other people. And I just love that we just share our journeys with people, and we are truly just ourselves. And I love getting to know all the women that I speak to daily, because it's so awesome to like bring them into our team and then build that relationship with them. And honestly, like I have the greatest friends now because of Beachbody, and it's like my second family, and I can talk to them about anything. So I absolutely love it. Basically that's what it is. And what you would do as a coach is you do exactly what we do. And that is just going out, talking to people, sharing with people your journey. And then you get to know them, get to know what their health and fitness goals are, get to know what they're really wanting to achieve in their health wise, or maybe if it's financially. For me, it was, we were struggling financially. So I wanted something that I could stay at home with, but yet make a decent amount of income. So then you go from there. Then you recommend a workout program that is what you think is best for that person based off of what their health and fitness goals are. And then you put them into an accountability group. And we all run accountability groups. They're so much fun because it keeps you as a coach, especially accountable too. Last night I was laying in bed. It was, I think, around 11:30. And I was like, crap, Adam, I didn't post to my challenge group. He's like, you can post tomorrow. No, I literally like woke up and I posted in my challenge group because that's important to me. I want my challengers to know that I'm working out, that I'm drinking my Shakeology, that I'm staying on track, and they're keeping me accountable just as much as I'm keeping them accountable. So we work together and we build that relationship. This is such a building relationship business, and I absolutely love that. And when you build a relationship with people, it helps you to not feel salesy. And that was one of my big things is like, I don't want to be a salesy person all over social media trying to get people to buy stuff from me. And honestly, I never feel that way because I'm just simply building relationships with people and I'm sharing with people the product that I absolutely love that has changed my life, basically. And so that's just basically where we start as coaches. And then you will get coaches and then you will help them get set up on their health and fitness journey, running challenge groups, and then they go and build their own teams and so forth. And it's such an incredible thing to be a part of. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how in the heck do I make money doing this thing, right? So we first start off with making 25% commission off of everything you sell. This is where most of the coaches start making their income. So you maybe heard a few of these coaches say, well, I knew if I just help 3 people get set up with challenge packs, that helps pay for my Shakeology. Yeah, because you're earning a certain amount of income to help pay for your Shakeology. And then bam, that was one of my things. I couldn't afford my Shakeology when I first started. So I made it a goal every single month to help just 3 people get set up with challenge packs, get them in my challenge group, help them hit their goals. And it helped pay for my Shakeology as well. Then the second thing is, which I'm not going to really cover over, you can go into our Sneak Peeks coaching group and watch videos more on these. But this is as you're building your team and you're getting more along the way. You get paid off team cycle bonuses. And then that is coming from the productivity of your team and what they're selling and helping people. And then you get paid off of your matching bonuses. And then also we have Star Diamond bonuses. Those are just extra bonuses for hitting a certain amount of rank in Beachbody. And Beachbody loves to award us as coaches and give us all this awesomeness stuff. And you get a nice little bonus at the end of each quarter. And then also you get, so a lot of these girls signed up as discount coaches at first. They wanted that discount on their Shakeology and other Beachbody products. So you get a 25% discount off of all Beachbody workout programs, Shakeology, and so forth. So it does save you $1, even if you just sign up for the discount. How you get started. So first of all, there is the $40 coach fee. You do not have to pay that because if you purchase a challenge pack, that $40 is waived. So right now, to get the best for your buck, I can tell you we have the Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack. Okay, and that for the USA and for the UK, we just launched to the UK, is $160. And then for Canada, it's $186. And what you get with that is you get full access to all of Beachbody workout programs. So for me, I access mine from my Roku onto my TV, or you can use your computer or Fire Stick or Amazon, whichever is easiest for you and what you have. And then it's basically like a Netflix on my TV, and I just scroll through all the workout programs. I obviously pick a workout program, I follow it, I complete it, and then I go to the next one. And I never get bored because we have high intensity workouts, we have weight training workouts, strength training, yoga, Pilates, pregnancy workouts. We have everything in that Beachbody On Demand. You also get the full-on meal plans that come with each workout program. So you have full access to that. You have full access to printing off the calendars for each workout program. So say you want to do 21-day fix, you print off the little calendar and you can cross off the days as you go. And if you want to do it again, you can print off another calendar. So there's just so much that it offers you. You also get a cooking show, which is the Fix 8, and it's Autumn Calvary's, and she is doing a full-on cooking show, giving you recipes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever you struggle with, and she also shows you how to make it. And there's just so much more on there. All the workout programs that are released within the year automatically goes onto the Beachbody On Demand. So Double Time just got released today. So that program is now out on Beachbody On Demand. So all the Beachbody On Demand users get full access to that as well. We're also having the 80-day obsession that's going to be launched in January. That's just going to go straight on there as well, which I'm super excited about, and so on. You also get 30 days of Shakeology. I know, there's more to the package. You also get 30 days of Shakeology, which I honestly have never tried that until I started as a coach. And I absolutely love it. I've been drinking it for 3.5 years, and it has helped me so much with my digestive issues. And we also have boosts that go in your Shakeology, or you can put them in other shakes as well. They just help boost different things. We have the Focus Energy, we have the Digestive Boost, and we have a Green Boost. So there's a lot of awesome different things that you can throw in with your Shakeology as well. That challenge pack also comes with portion containers to help you measure out correct portions of what you're eating, because honestly, you could be eating really healthy and then you're like, I'm not losing anything. Like, what the heck is wrong? It's probably because you're overeating or you're not getting enough of something. So it just helps you to measure out those portions, and it comes in the colored containers. Maybe you've seen them or maybe you haven't. And it comes with also a meal plan booklet. You also get your coach for a lifetime. Your coach is there to help you through it all, be your cheerleader, your motivator, your accountability partner, and you get full access to their challenge groups forever. So there's so much that is offered in that 160 or 186 challenge pack for you, but that's the challenge pack that I would recommend, that you get more for your buck. We do have other challenge packs as well. So if that challenge pack doesn't work for you, you have an option to get the DVDs, the workout program and the DVDs in a challenge pack as well. You can just talk to your Beachbody coach about that. Also, to sign up as a coach, we have a $15.95 coach fee. That's for the US and the UK. In Canada, it's $17.95. And then there might be like a few taxes added to that, whatever state, depending on whatever state you're in. But basically what that covers is that covers your websites. You have 24/7 customer support from Beachbody, which I absolutely love. I cannot tell you how many times I would stay up late working and I had a call at like 12 in the morning, and I would just call Beachbody or do a live chat. And I have full access to that because I'm a coach. And also they provide tons and tons of training on your website. One thing I absolutely love about Beachbody is, I love many things, but another thing I love is we don't have to buy a whole bunch of unwanted product. We don't have to store it in our house. So the websites that Beachbody provides for you, your customer goes straight to that website. They purchase their product. Beachbody does all the shipping, all the ordering for you, and you don't have to worry about any of that. So that's what that coach fee goes towards. Totally worth it. I used to work for a credit card processing company, and I mean, people would be spending tons and tons of money, even just for their websites and to have their shopping cart on their website. So this is like a kill for your buck, like killer awesome. And then this is cool. If you're active US military, you get that $15 waived and also the $40 coach fee waived as well. So if you're whatever, active military, that's a big, huge bonus for you. And then also, this is really exciting too. So say you already done a challenge group, you've already purchased a challenge pack, but you're like, I want a discount on the Shakeology. So basically what you do is you just pay the $40 coach fee, and then you get reimbursed the $40 because you had previously bought a challenge pack. And then voila, you basically have like signed up at the very beginning as just a customer. So those are the different ways that you can get signed up. That's basically Beachbody in a nutshell. And I can just tell you right now, I am super blessed to have Beachbody in my life. I love it. I continue to strive to do bigger things with Beachbody. Our team is incredible. All these women are phenomenal. I love working with them every single day. And I look forward to our weekly team calls, which are Wednesday nights. And it's just awesome. And we get to spend a lot of time with each other, and I love it. So if you are interested in becoming a coach, or if you have any questions, please reach out to your Beachbody coach, and we will be more than happy to answer your questions. And yeah, have an awesome night. Bye.